Ethereum. And as many of you may recall, I also did a lot of Ethereum analysis in the past, so I'm just going to get on with it. I'm not going to waste any more time. As always, I start with the higher time frames. Excuse me. And again, we've got the weekly chart here, which in all indications is very bullish. It even looks better than what the Bitcoin weekly chart looks like. Looks very strong. The cloud is sort of in the upward movement, although some slight sideways movement has gone on here, but generally it's an upward circumspan above the circumspan A above circumspan B. Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen also above the cloud, as well as the price action, and of course Chikou-span running free. So let's bring it down to the daily. As you know, I like to look at the weekly, daily, and the 4-hour charts. Remember, the higher time frames set the tone for what direction the market or whatever particular instrument is going to go. The lower time frames set the changes. In other words, when they start changing, the changes comes from the lower time frames, goes up. So let's have a quickly look at the daily. As we can see here, our daily chart here is seriously bearish, and as you can see, look at that flat. Look at the circumspan B. Look at how flat it is. More or less telling us that that's the resistance level. Although we have some resistance here with the Kijun-sen. Some people may trade. Some of you more adventurous traders might decide to trade the price action once it goes over the Tenkan-sen. I would always suggest that people should be very careful. This is not financial advice. I mean, no way, qualified to do that. But I would tell you, trade what you see in front of you. In other words, trade the charts. The Chikou-span is also running free, which in some ways, because it's unhampered, this may bring about an increase in the price action overall. And then finally, let's go to the bridge between the long-term traders and the swing traders, which is the 4-hour. And as you can see, the price action has come out of the cloud. And I remember, as I always told you, once the price action is within the cloud, and that means that it's consolidating and you do not trade. Make sure that when you're going to trade either bullish or bearish, the price action is not within the cloud. As you can see here, the price action is come out of the cloud. Tenkan-sen is also out of the cloud, but you see Chikou-span and of course Kijun is still within the cloud, although the cloud is not thick enough to be of any serious problem. Nevertheless, you can see the price here. There's a massive fall from how it's been going up the last couple of days or so. That might be because, as I'm sure all of you are still aware, Bitcoin rules the roost. Whichever direction Bitcoin takes, the rest of the market will follow. Some may do relatively better than others. I mean, for instance, if you look at the percentages in terms of how well either cryptocurrency has done, I think we should have a quick look at that. Let's go to CoinGecko here very quickly. And we shall see the relative percentages of how well Ethereum and Bitcoin have done. And as you can see, over the last 7 days, Ethereum has been up by 15.6%, Bitcoin by 14.1%, 5% over the last 24 hours, and 4.5% by Ethereum. Overall, all in all, ladies and gentlemen, as I've said before and I'll say it again, Bitcoin rules the roost. And as long as the price of Bitcoin is still below the 21 weekly exponential moving average, do not expect any major rise in price of the altcoins. Okay, so let's go back to the weekly chart and then do something. Let's Let's hide our Ichimoku and bring out our Bitcoin bull market support. Again, we can see here, if we expand that just slightly, we can see that the price action here is also below the 20 weekly SMA, or simple moving average, but not as bad as Bitcoin. You can see the one with Bitcoin, you could see such wide disparity. If you've not seen that, please watch the Bitcoin analysis, the recent one, and then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. You see how far the price action is from the 21 exponential weekly moving average, as well as the 20 weekly simple moving average. You will see how far that the Bitcoin price is, and as long as the Bitcoin price remains in such a manner, do not expect any major rise in the price of the altcoins. Some may do a few percentage points better than Bitcoin, but I promise you, they're not going to be anywhere near their all-time highs. And I expect this to continue for a little while longer, until Bitcoin itself begins to rise and rises above both weekly moving averages. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to make it as short as possible because I remember the Bitcoin analysis was a bit too long. I did have one or two more things I had to add, unfortunately. Anyway, as I always conclude on this analysis, keep your eyes and ears open and your trading sharp. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.